my good friend Fred Rogers. If you know it, feel free to sing along. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in the beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I've always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. And since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please, won't you be my neighbor? Friends, welcome to my neighborhood. Welcome to Charles's neighborhood. He's my roommate. He did not have to agree to let me do this, so I want to give him a big shout out. Charles, will you stand up? Will you show them? Give him a round of applause.
Thank you. Okay.
Because really, but really though, I appreciate him being willing to let me do this.
Absolutely.
And friends, tonight we're going to have some fun, but of course, in order to have fun, we need to learn some rules. And this is another audience participation song, folks. I need you to turn to the person next to you, give them a high five, say hello, however you want to greet them. Say hello to me. Hello. Now turn to the other person on the other side. We'll do the same thing. Hi. Say hello to me. Wonderful work. We're here to have some fun, which is why we need rule 1 and 2 and 3. Be safe, be kind, be neat. Be safe, be kind, be neat. Wonderful. So, friends, I don't think that we have to talk about the rules because we're all adults here, and I think that we all understand what those words mean. But be safe. It is a safe neighborhood, but still use the buddy system when you leave. Like, make sure that nobody sketches out there. Be neat. That one is by far the least important of the 3 rules here. We like this is like the cleanest it's been probably the entire time we've lived here. So if you leave a mess, I do not care. That is just fine and dandy. Be kind is the more important one that I'm thinking about right now because I'm going to ask you guys to share with each other your thoughts and some feelings and stuff. And I see your faces going, whoa, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. But be kind to each other. Be willing to listen and in a non-judgmental way. Because that's the way that we're going to have fun. And speaking of fun, I have a good friend. His name is SpongeBob. He wrote a song about fun. And I need some help. I can't quite remember how it goes. I know it's F is for... Friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me and you.
Both of us, yeah.
Oh, you and me and you. U is for me and you.
Yeah.
U is for you and me. N is for
anyone, anytime at all.
Oh, I thought it was anywhere.
I think
It is.
Is it anyway?
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
buddy.
I
Is for anywhere, anytime at all. Down here in the deep blue sea. One more time. F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere, anytime at all. Down here in the deep blue sea. Wow, you guys sound so good. We got a nice little choir going here. I love it. All right. If you guys don't mind, passing that around. And if you don't mind taking one and passing that around. Oh, so
Horrible
close.
thing.
Well, so, my friends, like I just mentioned, I'm going to ask you to share some stuff. And this is the first way that we're gonna do it. So if you turn to the side, oh wait a minute, don't turn to the blue side. That's the less fun side. Turn to the side where at the top it says Siegfried was a slug. So we are gonna share with each other. We're gonna be vulnerable, and the best way to be vulnerable with each other is to be silly and have fun. So, this is a camp song that I learned forever ago. It's about a slug. His name is Siegfried. And I'll sing it for you first. It starts on an A. That's the 6th note of the C scale. Anybody who's curious? I'm going to turn that up so you can hear. That's your starting note. And we do sing. It goes, Siegfried was a slug, but he's not your average bug. You can love him like a brother or a sister or a dog, but you just can't give him a hug. And then we'll do the second half in a sec, but let's learn that first bit. Okay, so we're right here. Hang on, nope. Sig, 1, 2, ready, go. Siegfried was a slug, but he's not your average bug. You can love him like a brother or a sister or a dog, but you just can't give him a hug. I'll tell you why, because he's just too slimy. Too slimy, too slimy. And he's really, really small, really small, really small. And you can't tell where he's going. Where's he going? Where's he going? Look, he's climbing up the wall, up the wall, up the wall. And then it repeats over and over.
Oh my gosh.
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I want to hear it loud. I want to hear it proud. There's our notes. 1, 2, ready? Siegfried was a slug, but he's not your average bug. You can love him like a brother or a sister or a dog, but you just can't give him a hug. I'll tell you why, because he's just too slimy, too slimy, too slimy. And he's really, really small, really small, really small. And you can't tell where he's going. Where's he going? Where's he going? Look, he's climbing up the wall, up the wall, up the wall. Nice work, folks. It feels really anticlimactic to end it right there. So, next time I do that, I'll figure out a better ending. But thank you for being my guinea pigs. That was nice of you. You sounded wonderful. Who here would say they're the biggest fan of slugs? Is anybody a fan of slugs at all?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
I really like slugs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there?
Oh,
Go for
I'm
it.
a fan of what happened. It sounds really bad. It's kind of cool that you can pour salt on them and then... Oh my gosh!
That's cool.
It's just really interesting because that doesn't happen with other bugs.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
It's science.
I mean,
I find it fascinating.
you pour enough salt on anything.
Same effect.
I guess.
Oh my goodness. Alright. Flip those papers over. This is what it says. The less fun side. It's still gonna be fun. Oh my goodness.
Wow. What?
I was gonna take a bite out of today. Is this Patrick?
Oh, well, no one's here. See you later.
No, he's. Is it?
I'm scared. I don't want to go out there. What? There's like an egg on the ground. There's an egg. I don't know.
You just let a bug in.
Oh,
Oh,
is there a bug?
it's a mayfly.
Oopsies.
So it does.
Okay.
As long as it's not a
That's what
wasp,
not.
we'll be okay. He'll just hang out by the lights.
A grand old
If anybody's super distracted, feel free to move away from the bug. That is A-okay. Or, I wish we don't have like a fly swatter.
No.
We have shoes.
Shoot fly, don't bother me. Shoot fly, don't bother me. Shoot fly, don't bother me. 'Cause I belong to somebody. Maybe if we sing that loud enough, he'll go.
This is all part of the plan.
I wish.
Why did you invite this bug into
He's the one that
You sang the bug songs, like, oh,
Yeah.
it's me. Here I am.
I mean, bug, fly, slug, they're like basically
You're all
not the
related.
same. But so, we're gonna be okay. He's gonna survive. We're gonna see. I can't talk. We're gonna survive. Everyone's gonna be okay. So the blues. It's been around for forever. Wow, that was
It's getting
just
around.
dive bomb. Been around for forever, and they obviously are for the purpose of expressing emotion. And I have an example blues written. It goes a little something like this. I got the ice cream blues, 'cause I don't got my ice cream. I got the ice cream blues, 'cause I don't got my ice cream. I'm feeling sad and hungry, 'cause I don't got my ice cream. And so, you can write the blues about silly things. You can write them about less silly things. And I want to invite you guys now. Take like 2 or 3 minutes. Think about something that's bugging you right now. Maybe you don't have ice cream, but maybe the literal bug is bugging you. Just figure out something that's on your mind that is less than ideal right now. Write about it.
Exactly what I was thinking. It's like, I don't know how to make that sound.
Alrighty, friends. You're doing wonderful work. Well, what?
So people are still working.
Oh, I know. That's the next thing I was going to say. If you're still working, please absolutely.
I need more time.
Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to take more. We've got all the time in the world. But if anybody is finished, that moves us to the next section, which is we get to share it. And there are 2 different ways you can share it. If you yourself would like to read it or sing it, you can do that. Or if you'd like me to sing it, that's the more fun one. We can do that as well. So if anybody's willing to share.
You want to sing mine?
Ellie is willing to share.
I'm sure you can't guess what it's about.
So folks, we have here the Big Bug Blues. I've got the Big Bug Blues, 'cause there's a big bug in here. I've got the Big Bug Blues, 'cause there's a big bug in here. I'm feeling scared and annoyed. I can't wait to get this bug out of here. There you go. Yeah. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you for sharing. I'm sure that is a common sentiment among us tonight. Who else would like to go?
There you go. You can read mine.
Alrighty.
You can't read mine.
Oh, I think I'm going to be fine. Alright, this is the Boogie Blues. I got the Boogie Blues, 'cause I've got the boogie shoes. I've got the Boogie Blues, 'cause I can't jive with my dad. I'm feeling sad and mad, 'cause I can't wait to boogie. Boogie my blues away. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Charles. Everybody give him a round of applause.
Hey, thank you.
And hang on, Ellie didn't get around.
Yeah.
Who else would like to share? Come on, and all right.
Just finished. Hot off the press.
Hot off the. I relate to this. This is the Nashville Blues. I got the Nashville Blues, 'cause I can't pay my rent. I've got the Nashville Blues, because of traffic, I've been sniped.
Good.
I'm feeling crowded and broke. I can't wait to catch my big break.
Which is not gonna happen because he can't write a song because it doesn't rhyme.
Dude, song's on.
That was the other.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you. Everybody give Camden a round.
Yeah.
Give him a round. Give him a round. Alright, folks. Next, this is Monica's Springtime Blues. I got the springtime blues. Cause my allergies are bad. I'm there with you. I got the springtime blues. Cause my allergies are so bad. I'm feeling itchy and sneezy. I can't wait to take some Claritin. Wonderful, give her a round. Thank you, Monica. Can I get a show of hands? Who uses Claritin in here?
Every once in a while.
I use Zyrtec. Yeah, Zyrtec.
Allegra.
Allegra.
And that was Allegra. Anything else? Benadryl?
Benadryl knocks you out.
Yeah.
Only in extreme.
Kroger brand allergy.
That's correct. Wonderful. All right. Anybody else? Thanks, Savannah. We've got the exam day blues. Yikes. That one coming up.
Yes.
Okay.
Less than 2 weeks.
For reference, she is an actuary. Actuaries continue having to take tests
For like
multiple
10 years.
into their job. Yes.
Maybe not that long, but a long time. Forever. Yeah. For the foreseeable future.
This is the exam day blues. I got the exam day blues. Cause I'm not prepared. I got the exam day blues. Cause there's so much to know. I'm feeling stressed and depressed. I can't wait to study no more. What will you do with all that time when you don't have to study anymore?
There's really not a time that I'm
Everybody, give her a round. Give her a round. Oh, that was wonderful. All right. Anybody else? Last chance? Go on once. Thanks, Casey. All right. This is the old sock blues. Wow. I got the old sock blues. Cause there's a tiny little hole in just one sock. I got the old sock blues. Cause a hole in one sock. I'm feeling holy and porous. I can't wait to get some new socks in my shoes. Thank you, Casey. Give her a round. That is a bad feeling, and I understand that. Alright. I didn't mean to make everybody share, but thanks for being so wonderful, guys. I appreciate it. Ooh. I got the Marvel blues. Cause Endgame is about to come out. I got the Endgame blues. Cause Iron Man surely will make it out. I'm feeling excited and anxious. I can't wait to see how it all ends. Yeah. How do you think it's gonna end? Iron Man's gonna die. I mean, you're probably right.
Yeah.
But there'll be other fun, happy things that happen in there too.
Yeah.
Steel Man.
Yeah.
Next generation. So, friends, why does it matter that what's the point of this? It's just blues. Okay.
Is that what you're looking?
No, it's for you guys. Why does this matter? What does this help us with?
It's okay to feel sad and blues. Yeah.
That's an important thing to remember. That's why Inside Out is my favorite movie. It's okay to feel sad. And that's what this is all about. You can use the blues to express happy things, but the blues are traditionally used to express pretty sad things. And so it's important to remember that you can express those. And that's, to me at least, not to like steal anybody's thunder there, if we're gonna say this, that is what blues is all about. We can use this as a tool for self-expression, right? Because there's a lot of things that we think and feel that you just might not want to share with other people, and that's okay. And a good way to do that, instead of letting it stew around inside you, is to put it into a song. And you don't have to use this template because it's really simple and it limits you a lot, but it's a great place to start. And I would encourage you guys, if this was something that you thought was fun, try it again, and maybe steer away from the template a little bit more. Do a little bit more of your own fun stuff. So, thanks for trying that with me, friends. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to talk a little bit about jazz. I was in a jazz combo in high school. We were called Nothing in Our Pockets, which I think we thought was pretty cool. I don't think it actually was, but it was a lot of fun. And to quote Dwight Schrute from The Office, no monkey, you're not stupid, jazz is stupid. And then Angela says, jazz is stupid, why can't they just play the right notes? And it's a great question, why can't they just play the right notes? And the question is, what are the right notes? Because if you look at the keyboard, we can flip it this way, there's a lot of notes on there. How do you know which ones to play, which ones are right? Well, the secret is that in Western music at least, we divide that into 12 different notes. So, you start from the bottom of the keyboard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then when you get to 13, this note right here. It sounds a lot like the first one you played, except a little bit higher. That's because all of these notes here are vibrating at different frequencies. And when you get to this frequency here, it is twice as fast as down. So, we're already simplifying our selection of notes from like close to 100 down to 12, because that happens all the way up the keyboard. You start from the bottom. It's the same notes all the way up. It just repeats over and over and over again. And in Western music, we divide that down even further. So we go from 12 down to 7, because we usually hear something like a scale, is what we call it. And from that scale, we pick certain notes that we think sound good. So if you're listening to rock, country, pop, anything relatively mainstream, you're going to hear a lot of chords like this. And a chord is any combination of at least 3 notes. So we just play the chord there. We can play another one here. We can play another one here. There's all kinds of different combinations. And some of them, lost that train of thought. Yeah, so chords are all combinations of intervals, which are just 2 notes at a time. And some intervals sound really good, some of them sound really bad, and the good ones sound good because of the frequencies, like we talked about earlier. There's a lot of math involved, but our brain just really likes hearing the ratios of intervals like that. And it really doesn't like it when they're super close together, like that or that. And so, like I said, mainstream music, you're going to hear lots of chords with lots of intervals that play really nicely with each other. They all sound pretty good to the ear. Once we get to jazz, the problem with jazz is they decided, let's add more notes. And so you are not going to find many 3-note chords at all. You're going to have at least 4. And right there, you can already hear, that sounds a little bit grating on your ear. It sounds like it wants to go somewhere, like right there. And as we move further into jazz, you can add more and more notes. So like my favorite chord is right here. That's how many different notes is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different notes right there. And if we were in any other genre of music, that'd be a lot of wrong notes. But because we are playing all of them together. Like if you break that down into the intervals, you're getting that interval, you're getting that interval, you're getting a bunch of really ugly things that don't sound good next to each other. But when you add them all together, they sound a lot better. So, jazz sounds good because all the notes work together. And in any other genre, they'd be wrong. I think that's something what I was trying to say. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, in this jazz combo, we played a game with the audience. It was A Dark and Stormy Night. And it works a bit like this. I am going to be here at the piano. And I play this lick. It's just that. And then we would invite a member from the audience to come up and tell a story. The only rule for that story is that it has to start with, it was a dark and stormy night. And I thought that'd be a fun thing to do here. Does anybody have a story? It can be a silly story. It can be a short story.
I'll tell a story about what happened to band today.
Wonderful. Thank you, Charles. It does have to start with it. It was a dark and stormy
That's
night.
okay. It was pretty terrifying. It was a dark, stormy night. I was in front of 70 middle schoolers today. 70. They were wild, rambunctious kids. It was intense. And while we were playing a piece of music, and I was conducting, all of a sudden, something hit my hand. It was a wasp. And I thought a kid threw something at me today. But no, I was being attacked by a wasp. Actually horrifying, I was scared. Okay. But the wasp started to fly around, attack the children. They all got up. We actually evacuated the band room because they were so afraid. And then it flew out of the house. And we're good. That did happen today. It was scary.
And sunny morning.
Does anybody else have a story?
Camden has a story. You got this, Camden. Here we go,
I'm
Camden.
just trying to think of what I would start with. I'm going to be making up my
Yeah, that's the point.
Well, I assume this was rooted in reality.
It was, but it's okay.
It was a dark and stormy night. I was all alone, and I felt like playing my ukulele to try and make me feel like there was someone else with me. So I picked it up and started strumming some chords. Turns out that I don't remember how to play ukulele, but that's okay. The person behind me really liked it. He put his hand on my shoulder, was like, "Hey man, you're doing great." And I was like, "Thanks." Wait, I thought I was alone. I turned around to see who it was. The end.
Oh no. Oh my god.
The transmission cut off there.
It was dark answer.
Anybody else? I bet at least one more person has a story. I can play piano and talk at the same time. It does look like I'm doing that right now, but this is taking a lot of effort. If I could do that, I could tell a story. But if our two storytellers are all we got, then that's okay by me. Thank you, friends. Thanks for indulging me in that silly little game. I appreciate it.
How often do people come up and tell stories?
Oh, we got
Is
at
it
least
easy to get people?
we got at least one person every time we did it. But we only played like 3 gigs that were all like at school, part of school functions. I think we thought we were pretty cool. I remember feeling pretty cool.
Yeah.
But not cool. 112%. You can actually, I'm pretty sure you can find us on YouTube. I think if you just look up Nothing in Our Pockets, we'll be there.
It's a good combo name. My combo was called The Combination.
What's that?
My combo was called The Combination.
Ooh. I like
We thought we were cool too.
You should look up the small tones. They're pretty good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Smell tone.
Yeah.
That's a jazz combo.
That's a jazz combo. Absolutely.
You haven't. That is myself and Charles and our roommates from our sophomore year of school. And so there's a acapella group on Belmont's campus called Belltones, but we've probably all been to their concerts at some point. And they're of course great, and the Smell Tones are really just one step above that. Because what really elevates acapella music is taking away all of the high voices and really just taking away any semblance of singing on pitch or in rhythm.
Think of it like serialism, like 12 tone rows.
Yeah, it was really wonderful. I'll play some later.
Oh, please don't.
We have one actually good song, I think.
16 plays. Just flips off the note.
Wow. See,
Oh my god.
It's memorable.
we were
Yeah.
great. Oh my goodness. All right. So I had, it's kind of went quick, but that's okay. I had one last thing that I wanted to do. And this is one of my favorite things to do when I worked at Parthenon Pavilion doing music therapy. I do some, actually, let me ask you guys, would you rather do a mindfulness-based exercise, or would you rather do a relaxation exercise? They sound very similar, but they would be different, I promise. Put your left hand up, there you go. Hey, somebody's there. If you're feeling mindfulness. Somebody actually there? Hello!
Hey.
Oh, hey guys! Welcome.
Hi, friends. Hello.
I don't know where to put myself.
Put yourself wherever you can
Alright.
find room.
I've red wine.
Oh my goodness, you're amazing. There's a table out there that has all the rest of the stuff. Wow, thanks for showing up, guys. So, friends, that's Christopher and Aaron. They're from the Science Center. That's Friday.
Christopher and Aaron.
Christopher and Aaron, this is friends from other walks of life.
I already have that in my hand.
What's that?
Can I pull this
Oh,
chair?
yeah. We have extra chairs in the back. That was exactly why I got them.
You want this?
Oh gosh.
Oh no, did
It was resting. Might as well start singing this again.
Go back to his home. It's gonna be a
Remember like Hulk wasps, or not wasps, mosquitoes.
Hulk? Did you say Hulk mosquitoes?
Yeah, Hulk. Or Hulk.
Hulk.
Basically, when they're not angry, they have a different form.
What can I put these? I have no clue.
Put them wherever makes your
That's
heart
fine.
I want to make sure.
You can just put them, well, or you can put them over there.
Turn here right here.
This is one.
Two chairs. Yeah, okay.
Here, I'll sit in that big chair.
It's a comfy chair, you'll like it.
It really sinks.
Do you like it?
Like,
That's why it's much.
I just wanted to sit in it. It was so big. I can stay here.
so you guys did come towards the end. You did come. I'm happy you're here. We are close to the end. And I was just asking these guys, would you rather do a mindfulness exercise or a relaxation exercise? Either way, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna feel great. And they sound similar. I realize that. But they
I haven't been
are.
mindful in a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Mindfulness. Are we on board? All right. So, I'm going to be doing this the whole time. And first thing I want everybody to do is find as comfortable a position as they possibly can. If you want to lay down on the floor, that's fine. Sit forward in your chair, lean back in your chair. Do whatever is going to make your body happiest. And once you feel like you're in a good place, go ahead and take a look at the room around you. Start to notice any shapes that stand out to you. Maybe some colors that are different from the surrounding. Notice where other people are in the room, where you are in conjunction to them. And whenever you feel comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. Or if you prefer to keep them open, then just find something to focus on that's not going to be moving. next thing I want to do is have you guys pay attention to your ears. So notice any sounds that you're hearing, whether that's my voice or the guitar. Maybe the air conditioning is running overhead. Maybe you can hear your own breathing. I want you to pay attention to your breath for just a sec. You don't have to be breathing any particular way, but just notice how it feels and how you specifically breathe. Do you breathe through your mouth? Through your nose? Are you breathing big breaths? Shallow breaths? Just notice how you're breathing and accept that. Go ahead and bring your attention all the way down to the bottom of your body, all the way down to your feet. Go ahead and wiggle your toes, shake your feet around. Maybe they're in your shoes, maybe they're just in your socks. Notice how they feel right now. Are they hot and sweaty? Do they need some air? Maybe they're feeling cold, maybe you got cold toes. Maybe you've been on your feet all day and they're feeling kind of sore. Whatever you're feeling there, just notice that. And move up your body to your legs. There's two halves to them. Go ahead and bend your legs, straighten them out, bend them back. And see if you can notice what muscles you're using as you straighten your legs and as you bend them back. Are they different muscles? Same muscles? Are they sore muscles? Or maybe they're full of energy. Maybe we need to go for a run as soon as we're done here. However your legs are feeling, just notice that. And move up your body a little bit to your torso. There's a lot to talk about here, because there's a lot going on inside your torso. You've got your stomach, you've got all of the rest of your digestive organs, you've got your lungs, you've got your heart. You can't notice those all at once, so break it down. Start with your stomach. Did you eat a good dinner tonight? Are you feeling hungry? Are you feeling too full? Maybe you're feeling perfect. Your lungs are still in there. You're still breathing. Try to remember how you felt a couple minutes ago when we just started, as you were breathing. Notice if your breathing is any different now. Maybe it's slower. Maybe you're breathing through a different part of your body. Maybe it's faster. Maybe this is something that's new to you. You're a little bit nervous. That's okay. And you obviously can't feel exactly your heartbeat, but just try and pay real close attention. How does it feel? Is it beating fast? Is it beating slow? Notice everything that's going on inside you. And then move on out to your arms. Wiggle your fingers for me. Maybe make a fist. Do whatever you need to do to get them moving. And work the other muscles in your arm as well. Moving up your forearms, your biceps, your triceps. Maybe shrug your shoulders around a little bit. That's a place where we store a whole lot of tension in the bodies inside our shoulders. So really take a moment to notice where you had them before you started moving. Notice if they were up high and tense, or maybe they were down low, nice and relaxed. Notice where they are now, that we're paying attention to it. And move up just a little bit to your neck. Bend your head towards your ear. Bend your ear towards your shoulder on the right. And then come back to the center. And do it the other way. Left ear to left shoulder. And come back to middle whenever you feel good. And notice how that felt. We store lots of tension in our neck as well. Maybe we need to do more neck circles throughout the day. Or maybe you already feel good. Whatever you're feeling there, just notice it. And then move all the way up to your face. Make some silly faces. Open your mouth wide. Move your tongue around. Frown as hard as you can. There's a whole lot of muscles in your face. And they can help us do all kinds of wonderful, silly things. And we take them for granted because we can't see them because they're on our face. So take a moment and just notice that they're there. Notice what they help you do. And maybe notice how you're carrying your face. Because that's something we don't think about a lot either, is how do I look right now? Just think about how you're holding your face. And since we're already up in your head, we're just going to move a little bit further inside to your brain, your minds. Take a second and kind of remove yourself from the stream of thoughts. Pretend that you are a third party watching all the thoughts rush by. Are they happy thoughts? Sad thoughts? Mad? Anxious? Elated? There's a lot of things that our thoughts can be. There's a lot of feelings that can rush around in there. It's not our job to get upset if they're not the thoughts that we want. Not our job to be mad at ourselves if we can't control what's going through. It's just our job to notice that they're there. One last time, I'm going to ask you to bring your attention to your entire body, which I realize, big task, lots of different parts. But take stock of yourself as a whole, body and minds. How am I, your name here, feeling at this moment? Put that into a word, into a phrase. You don't need to share that word or phrase with anybody unless you want to. But it's just for you to know, to take stock of how you are right now. And we're going to start to bring ourselves back to the room around us. We're going to start with our breath. We paid attention to it a couple times already. Maybe it feels the same now as it did. Maybe it feels a whole lot slower. Really just pay attention to that for a second. So notice your breath. Notice it rushing through your nose or through your mouth. And notice the sound it makes as you bring your attention to the other sounds in the room. Whether that's my voice, the two chords I've been strumming the whole time, the fly bouncing against the wall, whatever you're hearing, just notice that. And as the guitar fades out, go ahead and bring yourself back to the room all the way. Open your eyes whenever you feel comfortable. Take a look around you. Notice if anything's different. Are the colors the same? Shapes the same? Did anybody move? If I were going to prank you guys, that's when I would have done it. Be on the lookout. This is out of tune. I'm really sorry. The whole time I couldn't stop thinking about it. Oh my goodness, thanks for bearing with me, guys. So, can I ask, how do we feel?
That's really cool.
Why?
I think it's able to take the time to like focus on each individual thing that like your body is doing and the things that you see around you, I think it helps you to be more mindful. I think that did a great job of that.
Definitely. So why is mindfulness important? I only ask easy questions, guys.
It's easier to take stock of the things around you and inside of you when you're able to step aside and see it from the outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you are, just trapped in your own mind, it's tough to take a look at how things really are. That's the air conditioning that I mentioned earlier. It's pretty loud. What makes mindfulness tough?
The internet.
Interesting. I really like that answer. Why do you say that?
Well, I was thinking mostly my phone, but it's not really the phone so much as the phone being on the internet. It's not, if I'm on a plane, I don't have internet, then it's like, it's not very distracting to me, although I can think about being on a plane, but
Yeah.
just, notifications.
Yeah. They're always there as a source of distraction. It's a lot easier to sit and flip through the Explore page on Instagram or Twitter or whatever you're a fan of than to sit with your own thoughts, because thoughts are scary.
There's also,
No, go
I
ahead.
think there's also a lot of focus on the things that you do in our modern advanced world, and not on exactly how you're feeling or why you're able to do those things. It's just about productivity and just going through your schedule. So when you can take the time to focus on other things, it can help center you again.
Absolutely.
It'd be a good place to work from.
I think that is a big thing in culture these days. Is you're supposed to be doing something all the time, and sitting and thinking about how your foot feels is not a productive thing for society, but it's healthy for you. It's productive for you. Now, I'm going to add something to the program. Can you guys come over here to this stack of papers and grab 2 of them? Or can Monica help me grab? There we go. And I'm gonna throw you guys. You ready? Mr. Christopher, 1, 2, 3. Good catch. You got
Did I do a good job?
You did a great job. One more coming your way. 1, 2. Oh, you
Oh, I
got
actually
2?
got a one, yeah.
Throw another
Okay.
one.
Does everybody have a pen?
Oh, I
Need a
need
pen again?
Okay. Who needs a pen? Monica needs a pen. Yes. I'm gonna make you guys ready. We're adding something to the program. It's gonna be a lot. So whichever side of the page has more blank space, probably the Siegfried, the slug side. What we're gonna do, that was a mindfulness exercise that's really effective. It's calming, but it takes 10 to 15 minutes, which we obviously don't necessarily have in our day-to-day lives. So we're gonna do at least one that we can do in like 2 minutes or less. So let's see. What do I want to have you describe? Let's talk about the shirt that you're wearing right now. So I want you to take 2 minutes and describe the shirt that you're wearing in as much detail as you possibly can. Set go. take this much time to do this. See, I'm so proud of you guys. You're really going hard on this. If you're still working, I was gonna say, if you're still working, keep working.
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell us when to stop.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I was gonna let you go as long as you wanted to. 2 minutes is just the start. We can do this all day. Was that difficult? Easy? Medium?
Easy.
Because you can look down, you can see. Yeah, it's right there. What might get in the way of doing this in the real world?
I feel like I get bored describing my own shirt every day.
A lot of lights and colors around.
There are a lot of lights and colors. That's true. And that's something that I didn't discuss before we started doing all this. Mindfulness is about noticing your thoughts. It's not about getting upset at yourself when you get distracted. It's not about getting mad when you can't focus as much as you might like. So, what do you think I'm curious, what do you think we should do when we do get distracted? Because it's going to happen. You're going to be doing something like this, and a fly is going to fly out of the lamp, or you'll see some pretty lights and colors. What do we do then?
Is this for anybody?
Yeah, go for it.
I would say that you should shift the focus of your mindfulness to the thing that's distracting you. And instead of looking at your shirt being like, okay, there are a lot of colors. Well, what do I notice about the colors? What do I notice about the sound that distracts me?
Those little paranormal e-readers with the needle that kind of hangs up.
No.
I just kind of follow that in my mind. If it flat lines, I'll trail somewhere else until it pings back up again.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. And I really like both of you guys' answers there. And that was a new one that I hadn't heard before, Kate. That was shifting your focus to something new. I think that's a great idea. I think I usually tell people, just bring yourself back. As soon as you can notice, oh, I am not paying attention to what I was supposed to, and that's okay, and I'm going to bring myself back. It takes a conscious effort, but it also takes a conscious effort to switch to something new. I guess that's really the main takeaway from all this. It's a conscious effort. That's why mindfulness is kind of hard, and why people don't necessarily like to do it, is because it takes effort. It takes mental power in order to do it. But we're all very capable of it, because you guys are all smart people. Even if you aren't smart people, you could still do it. So, yeah, there was something else that I was going to bring up about this. I don't know what it was. Guys, that's all I had planned. If you want to do a sing-along or something, we can do that. But otherwise, it's time to party. There's food and drinks out there. Thanks for, before we do go party, that little QR code on the wall, that's the whole reason I did this. This is sort of a benefit for St. Jude. I'm running a marathon at the end of the month. And in order to run, I decided that I was going to raise money for St. Jude, and nobody is leaving the house until I have met my goal. You are obviously not obligated to donate. You are here to have fun. That's what I want you here for. But if you do want to donate, that'll get you to my page, or I should make another piece of paper with just a link, or maybe I'll put a link.
It's on
in
the Facebook event.
Is it on the Facebook page?
Yeah.
You can go there too. Yeah, however is easiest for you. And yeah, it goes to St. Jude. They're cute kids. We don't want them to have cancer. That's what the money goes to, them not having cancer. Yeah. Friends, thanks for being here.
Good job, Daniel.
Appreciate you.